What's up everyone, it's International Video Game Day. Yes, there's an actual day dedicated to the games that we play. My first exposure to video games was the classic Pac-Man, which I played at an arcade. I physically had to go out and use quarters to play a game which only gave me 3 lives. Times have changed since then. Now I can just play my favorite games on my phone, like Brawl Stars. Today we're celebrating International Video Game Day by drawing Mecha Bow on Brawl Stars Wednesday. Let's get started in the center of the page with the bottom edge of the helmet. So you're start in the middle with a straight line, from left to right, going across. Now from the ends, we're going to angle up and out towards the sides. And then from the top, we'll draw 2 straight lines going out towards the side of the head. Let's start with the left, all the way across, and do the same thing on the right. Let's come straight down towards the bottom of the visor. So we'll start on the left side, all the way down to right about there. Now we're going to connect the ends with a straight line. Let's go back in and draw on the eyes. From this inside corner, we're going to step down, draw a straight line going across the top of the eye, line this up on the right, and do the same thing. Let's come straight down the side of the eye, and then we'll come down and in with an angled line. Down to right about there, and we'll pull that up and in with an angled line underneath the edge of the helmet. Now from the outside of the visor, we're going to step in and draw 2 straight lines for the side of the head. Starting from the top, step in, draw a straight line coming down, do the same thing on the right. And then from here, we're going to work our way down towards the chin. Let's start back on the left. The bottom of this line, we're going to angle down and in. And it'll come straight down towards the chin. Let's square off the bottom of the chin. Starting back on the left, angle down and in with a straight line. And we'll close off the bottom with a straight line. Now from the bottom corners of the chin, we're going to draw a straight line going up toward the edge of the mouth, to right about there, and we'll close this off with a straight line. And then from the top corners of the mouth, we're going to angle up and in, just underneath the visor. Now let's draw on the bottom edge of the nose. From the top of this line, we're going to step in, draw a short line coming down, do the same thing on the right. We'll close off the bottom of the nose. Let's trace the outside of the head. Starting from the left side, we're going to step in, just follow that same angle line coming in. Just going to come down the side to right about there. And we'll pull that in towards the side of the chin, a straight angled line. Let's go back to the inside of the cheek, draw an angled line going up and in underneath the visor on both sides. Now we're going to add that hinge along the side of the neck. Just underneath the cheek, we'll step down, draw a straight line going down. Just line this up on the right. We'll come in just underneath the jaw, and we'll pull that up with a straight line. Now let's move back up and draw on the side of the head. From the top corner of the visor, we're going to start by going straight up, and we're going to bend that in. And then from the top, we'll draw a straight angle line coming down and in. We'll bring that into right about there. And we'll close off the center with a straight line. Now we're going to connect this point along the top towards the inside with a curve. Start by coming straight down, and then we'll bend that in. Do the same thing on the right side. And then the top corners of the head are going to curve up and in towards the center point. Let's start with the left. Going up, and just bending that in towards the middle. Go out and down on the right. And then we'll add those large vents on the side of the head. Let's start from the corner of the visor. Start with a straight line coming down. Go out along the bottom, a short line. And we'll pull that up towards the top. All the way up to right about there. And we're going to pull that back in towards the side of the head. Now we're going to trace this area along the inside. Let's start from the top left, leave an even space gap all the way around. Let's add some lines along the inside of the vent. We're going to start by splitting this area in half, going across, line this up on the right, and we'll split the top and bottom area in half. Let's move out and draw on the outside of the helmet. Halfway along the top of this line, start by curving up. Just follow the same curve of the head, going up towards the top to right about there. Do the same thing on the right, going up, and then just bending that in. And then from here we're going to curve in and down towards this point. Now to connect these two top points with a curve going above the center of the head. Let's start back on the left. We go up in the middle, round this out, and then come down on the right. Now we're going to add the eyes along the side of the helmet. Starting back on the left, we're going to step down, angle down and in. Come down and out with a straight angled line towards the bottom. I'm just going to taper that back up, as narrow as you go up towards the top. Now from the inside corner of the vent, we're going to step up and draw a straight line coming in behind the hinge. We'll line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now we're going to move down and draw in the center of the body. Let's start from the inside corner of that hinge and curve out and then down. Do the same thing on the right. And then we'll connect these two lines with a straight line going across. And then from the outside of the body, we're going to angle down and in towards the bottom. And then again, we're going to close this off with a straight line. Let's add a box in the center of the body. We're going to leave a gap in the middle, go to the left side, draw a straight line coming down. Same thing on the right. Close off the bottom with a straight line. And then we'll add that upside down triangle in the middle. Let's start at the very top with a straight line going across. And we'll pull this down and in towards the middle. Let's go back up to the top of the rectangle. We're going to angle up and out towards the sides. And we'll go straight up underneath the head. Let's add that opening around the collar. From the bottom corner of the chin, we're going to step in, a straight line coming down, and then close off the bottom with a straight line. Let's continue working down towards the legs. From the bottom corners of the body, we're going to step down and draw a straight line going across. Just leaving a gap in between. And then from the sides, we'll draw a straight line coming down towards the bottom of the hips. Now we're going to move back to the center and draw that middle piece. Leaving a gap in the center, we'll draw two lines on either side. Close off the bottom with a straight line. Now I'm going to go back out to the hips and draw another straight line coming in towards that center piece. Let's connect the top of the body to the lower torso. From the bottom corner of the body, we're going to step in, straight line coming down. Do the same thing on the right. I'm going to add a line going across the middle. Now I'm going to go back to the bottom corners of the lower torso and draw the inside of the leg. Let's start with the left side, curving out and then down towards the heel. And do the same thing on the right. And then we'll round out the bottom of the feet, starting from the heel and curve down and up towards the toe. Now I'm going to go back to the left side and draw on the top of the foot. I'm going to curve up and then in. And then from the top, we'll curve in and then down towards the bottom of the foot. Now from the outside of the foot, we're going to draw a straight line going up towards the top of the boot cuff, both sides. And we'll come straight in along the top. Let's come down with a short angled line towards the inside. And now we're going to pull this all the way down towards the bottom of the foot. And then for that inside corner, we're going to step down, draw an angled line coming down and in. Now we're going to move back up to the bottom corners of the hip and draw on the outside of the leg. Let's start with the left side. We're going to curve out and then down. Let's separate the top of the leg. From the bottom corner of the hip, we'll step down, curve in, and then down towards the inside. Line this up on the right. Do the same thing. Now we're going to step down, draw that same curve, coming in and then down. Now we're going to move back up and draw the inside edge of the arms. Start from the outside corner of the body, step up, curve the arm going out, and then down with a short line. Line this up on the right side. Now from here we're going to angle down and in, to the inside of the forearm, then angle down and out towards the wrist. Now from the bottom we're going to draw a straight angle line going up and out towards the outside of the wrist. And then we'll round out the side of the arm. Let's start back on the left side. Start by going straight up, and then we'll bend that in. And then from the top, we'll follow that same angle line across the wrist, and down it into right about there. And we'll pull that down towards the bottom. Let's move back down and draw on the hands starting with the thumb. Starting from that inside corner, start with a small half circle, curving in and out. At the end of the thumb, we'll add a bracket. And then we'll add 3 fingers on either side. Starting from the bottom of the thumb, curve down, and then up around that bracket. Step down, curve down and up the second finger. And then the third finger is going to go out and up underneath the cuff. We'll leave a little overlap on the outside. Let's move back up and draw on the large shoulders. We're going to start from this inside point, angle down and out. Now we're going to go up and out toward the tip of the shoulder. So right about there. And then from here we're going to curve up and in behind the head. And then we'll connect the shoulder to the forearm. Starting from this point, we're going to step in, curve up and in underneath the shoulders, and do the same thing on the right. Now you're going to see the bottom edge of the jetpack in behind the body and arms. So start from this bottom corner, step in, draw a short line coming down, both sides, and we'll pull this straight out in behind the hands. And that's pretty much it. There's Mecha Bo from Brawl Stars. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.